Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to the Miss Lillian's page. I am Crysta, Litter to Glitter, furniture artist out of Berry, Texas. Um, I've kind of gotten a jump start on what we're doing today because, we got a lot to do and short amount of time to do it in. Started working on this. This is the wine cabinet. Finally got it up on the table, so I don't have to use my rolly cart that tried to kill me before. And I don't have to sit down on the floor either. So found this perfect color and don't know if y'all have heard about this color yet. I know some other people have used it, but our own Elsie Lane came out with a color. Elsie Lane. It's self-titled. And look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Um, so Austin, can you put your computer up here for me, please? So my son's been helping me out. He always shares out my stuff. So now I've got that, and I can see your comment. Hey, Delana. Hey, Kat. So yeah, I'm using Elsie Lane on this, and I started on the side because I need to do two coats. Now I found a really good color match to the top and the bottom. It's almost a perfect match. And once I use the black glaze on it, or probably grunge glaze. Probably the grunge glaze I'll use on this. It will, once I get done, it's going to look exactly the same, which is amazing. But I also noticed that this would be, if you're doing like dolls or faces or even a canvas, this is a good flesh color. It really is. So it's one of those, a lot of people are like, I need a flesh color. This is pretty good, I think. So something to think about. So tell me what you guys are working on with your projects, where you at, what you doing. Let me in on everything. So we are just moving right along on this piece. I'm going to probably do two coats base of this, and then I'll get that decoupage put on probably tomorrow, hoping tomorrow. And then we will start glazing it up after that. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. That's what I'm here for, is to answer all of your questions. Yes, this is the piece that is going to be up for auction October 28th. And so if you like it, you'll love it, and you want it, it's up for auction at the fire department in Berry on October 28th. And you can have a whole process of how your statement piece in your house was created. So there's a lot going on in the Miss Lillian's world. Let's see here. Kat says she loves my shirt. Thank you. Delana says she's just working on functioning today. Believe it or not, this is all powder and paint, baby. I'm working on functioning too. So what I was saying is that the Hello Fall sale is still going on, which is awesome. And they have some great, now I can't believe I did that. I put a box right at my feet. Yeah, you know what? I can't believe I did that. It's me, guys. It's me. So, and if you haven't seen them yet, Miss Lillian's has put out a couple of collections that are 4 ounces, great for tumblers and sign makers and crafters, and great collection. There's a fall collection, a Christmas collection. There's a Grinch. Oh, that was so cool. And so many more. And so you can check those out. But what do y'all think of this color? It's the first time I've used Elsie Lane, and I'm really liking it. And the coverage on it is really, really good. But I know the way that I paint very, very thin. And so I know that me personally, I will do 2 coats just because I am a thin painter. How do y'all paint? Are y'all the thick painters? You know, I know some of y'all are, but and I just painted one of my hairs into it. And that's why I put my hair up, so I wouldn't get hair in my piece, and I did it anyway. So Anne is on. Hey Anne, how are you doing, lady? I have been extremely busy off of social media. Still in my EMR. We took last EMR class was last night, and I'm up for my exam tomorrow. So I hope to get back in touch with everybody as soon as I am out of my EMR and I can function again. So there we go. I'm just getting the sides here where I hit it with my Pro Stick, and then I will blend it all back in. Make sure there's no globs on the doors. Dun, da, da, da. And I don't want to stick my hand in it. So there you go. I'm going to grab, no, I can't grab the tripod, dang it, because I've got it plugged in. I was going to move y'all around the piece, and I got my tripod plugged in. Well, let's see what it looks like if I unplug the tripod. Oh, it's not bad. You get a little, but just so you guys know, Crysta did a good thing. I actually went out and bought a new tripod. So, because the other one always gave me such fit. Delana says that she is a thick painter. And thank you. Good. She said good luck on the exam. Moving everything around so I can move y'all around peace. Move my Dr. Pepper. All right. Story time. Who saw the my post about the Dr. Pepper? So yeah. It's been about a good, I think the last time I saw those Dr. Peppers in a 12-pack was well, when we took Sadie up to Ann's, which was what, 2 years ago. Walked into the store. Well, a friend of mine actually walked into the store and saw them, and she called me up and said, hey, look what I found. And I told her to buy me every one they had in the store. So she got me 15 cases, cleaned out the store. So look at this color. Isn't that gorgeous? I am really in love. The way that this color is good, is really nice. Got someone over on Twitch watching. Hello, C2DRI. I don't know if that's how I'm supposed to pronounce that, but I'm doing the best I can. So, like I said, this is Elsie Lane. Beautiful color. Really a gorgeous color. It's very rich. Reminds me a lot of cashmere. It's very warm. It's a very warm color. And so let me get over here so I can get down here. Hopefully I'll get all the way around this, or at least, because I don't want to keep moving the tripod, at least to where, because I can probably start on a second coat while we're on the live, hopefully. Which, I mean, I know that I could, but problem is I just don't like to move my, I say I don't like to move my tripod, but I do it all the time. So I wanted to show y'all something about this piece, but I don't know if it's going to show up on camera or not, is that when this piece was produced and they did the factory finish, it has kind of a wavy finish to it. It was made to look like an old piece. The finish that they put on it made it look old, even though it was new. So let me see here. Let me grab you guys and let me see if I can get it to show up on camera. Maybe you can see it see how it's kind of got the little grooves and everything. And so when I paint over it, anything that you paint over is going to look like you painted that. So if it's got dips and drips and stuff in it when you paint it, there's no paint in the world that's going to cover that. So you just kind of have to work with it, go with it and work with it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go with kind of the old world looking finish. Delana says, I love that color. It's even better in person. Yes, it is. So Delana says that she can see it. Oh, look, a chair. Aha! So y'all just don't have to see like me with my head cut off. I can sit here and get through here. It's a very rich, warm color. I'm surprised. I saw it and I was thinking, not my color. I don't know. But then, it's like everything else I get with Miss Lillian's. I see something and I'm like, I don't know about that. And then I get it in and I use it and all of a sudden, boom, it's my new favorite color. So, and you guys know me, I'm not usually into the taupes and that's usually not my wheelhouse, but it is. And this is becoming my wheelhouse because this is a gorgeous color. It's going to get a little boring. You're not going to be able to see anything. So I want to get this side over here. And there's nowhere for me to put my tripod over here. So I'm going to make this side really quick. And when I'm done with this, I'll move you guys back around and I'll head over to, got to get that top lip. Got it, and get my hinges. Yes, I painted my hinges. And so if you want to paint your hinges and you don't want it to flake off, make sure that you get it really good with the Pro Stick. And your paint will adhere. Now, just like anything else, that is a wear and tear item, a movable piece. And so eventually, and I don't care what you do with your hinges, eventually the paint will flake off just because it's mechanical and it's moving. And so I've had some people go, well, I don't want it to. Well, then the best thing you can do is not paint them, stick with the original. But just know that eventually over time, it will do that just because paint is not made to flex like that. And a lot of time hinges where they come together, they'll scrape the paint off because they're not made to be painted. And so eventually the paint will flake off. But that's okay, because especially if you're doing a worn finish to make it look like it's old, then it will come together and make it look like that's what was supposed to happen. I'm just hitting some in places in here that I see that are really thin, letting that. So when I go around to the front again, it'll have another good base. So I'm going to put this up here. Hello again. Move you guys back around. Y'all get a good 360 of my studio today, don't you? Huh. Get you guys kind of, there we go. And you can see, or I can see, yeah, you can see it on camera too. Right in here is still a little wet. You can see by the coloration. And so I'll have to give it just another minute over there. That's a little, well, before I went live, I started over here. So if I get this area again, then I will be good. Because you can tell it still looks shiny when it's wet. And so it's very easy to see where your paint is wet. And definitely, like I said, I'm a thin painter. And so this second coat is gonna give me great coverage. Get right in there, feather it. Some people say, what do you mean by feather it? When you're painting and you're pressing really hard or you're painting for the first time, it's fine. When you're going with your second coat, if you go, just hold the brush ever so slightly and just kind of very gently brush, and that's called feathering. And so that is just to make sure you don't get any streaks or anything like that. And so if you ever hear somebody say feather, it's just a very light usage of the brush. And so if you are going in from one area to another, like an area that was wet, or you're doing like the second coat, then what you want to do is just kind of feather it when you're hitting the next area over. Hope that made sense. A lot of times, because I mean, I watch other people, and sometimes your explanations, some people go, makes perfect sense. Other people are like, I don't get it. And I'm even one of those people go, I didn't get that. So if I didn't explain that properly, let me know, and I'll try to figure out another way to explain it. There we go. There we go. Yep. That's good. So y'all can see how this piece is coming along, and it's coming along absolutely beautifully. I like it. So I might have to buy it. Well, I would say I had to buy it back at the auction, but the thing is that I had this in my house. Like I said, I'm not a wine drinker, so I won't be then. I've actually done that and painted a piece and donated. I loved it so much. I bought it back. But this one I already know is not going to work because I'm not a wine drinker. So what I was saying before is that the Hello Fall is still on for 20% off your order. If you would please use my link or one of the other creators' links. And when it comes up to the coupon code, put Hello Fall 20 in the coupon code, and that'll get you 20% off of your order. Man, this color is pretty. I honestly didn't think that this color was going to work. Like I said, it's like so many of my other Miss Lillians. Thinking, well, to be honest with you guys, it's one of the things I said when the neons came out. I was like, neons? I don't want a neon piece of furniture. What? Got it in, played with it, loved it. And, you know, one of my mermaid cabinet China hutch that's in my studio is done in neons, and I love it. One of the things I love doing is when I'm showing off my studio, got friends over here painting and creating, I like to shut off all the lights and then hit it with a black light. Oh, it's gorgeous. So let me see if you can get you guys over a little bit. Can y'all see the difference between coat 1 and coat 1 and coat 2? Let me see if I can get you guys in real close. See how you can see that it's very thin in some places, and here it's a good coverage. And so yes, 1 or 2 coats does make a difference when you are working on a piece. So and let me ask you a question. If this was your piece, if this China hutch was yours, what color would you do it in? What would be your go-to or your technique? What would be your go-to for all this? I'm interested also to know people's styles. You know, I know some of you have a more country, some are more shabby chic, some like the mid-century modern. Get this turned around so I can see you guys. Yeah, it's coming along beautifully. Yes, most definitely. I'm going to like having 2 coats, good coverage. It's not going to be streaky. And since this is a lighter color, a lighter base, when I do the decoupage over the front, which the decoupage will cover these 2 front doors, then it's going to be light enough to where the decoupage is not going to mute out. The decoupage is actually going to kind of pop, if that makes sense. If not, join me on my next live and I'll show you. I'll explain it all. We'll do all things decoupage. So, my lovelies, I don't know of anything more that I can show you today other than, hey, I used Elsie Lane and to show you how amazing this color is. So, I am going to wrap it up for the day. And let me know if there's any techniques that you guys want to learn. I'll be happy to show you them. You can always hop over to my Litter to Glitter page and follow all the insanity there. Make sure you're checking in with our other content creators that do lives. They are amazing, and I learn something from each and every one of them every time I watch. So, my lovelies, I will see you guys soon. I will be back next Tuesday at 3 p.m. to do more. So, much love, you guys. Bye, guys.